The prototypical Tom Coughlin NFL player thrives in a culture of discipline, is accountable, gives maximum effort at all times, doesn't sulk, and isn't a chronic screw-up off the field. To be nice, let's just say Marcel Dareus doesn't exactly qualify across the board. Yet Friday night, in the latest bombshell move transacted by the new Buffalo Bills regime, Dareus became a Jacksonville Jaguar. This means the overpaid, underachieving defensive tackle reports to Jacksonville's new head of football operations Mr. Show Up 10 minutes early, or else himself, Tom Coughlin. What's more, Dareus is reunited with disciplinarian head coach Doug Marrone, Mr. Offer me $4 million to leave and I'm outta here, who coached the 27-year-old in Buffalo from 201,314. All the Bills got from Jacksonville in return for Dareus, one of the NFL's highest-paid defenders, was a 6th-round 2018 draft pick. In other words, practically nothing. The move comes less than 4 days before the NFL's 2017 trade deadline, Tuesday at 4 p.m. EDT. ESPN's Adam Schefter broke the news on Twitter at 7:11 p.m. EDT. The Bills confirmed it 20 minutes later. Marcel Dareus AP. The following ought to explain just how badly Bills GM Brandon Beane and head coach Sean McDermott wanted to be rid of Dareus. The website that best tracks pro sports contracts, Spotrac.com, reports that the Bills will take salary cap hits of $10.66 million this year and $14.2 million next year, which are offset only by the wiped-off salaries of $5.7 million and $2.3 million, respectively. In other words, the Bills decided that whatever it costs to get rid of him, get rid of him. In August 2015, the seventh-year pro signed a 6-year contract extension with the Bills worth about $100 million, with $60 million guaranteed. This, even though he'd had numerous off-field issues ranging from chronic tardiness, to fitness and off-season weight control, to run-ins with the law for reckless driving, and a felony arrest for possession of a controlled substance, reportedly synthetic marijuana. His endless off-field screw-ups, however, were rooted in about as sad an upbringing as one can have in North America. Dareus' dad died when he was 6. His grandmother who raised him died when he was 13. His high school football coach and replacement live-in father figure died when Dareus was 18. His wheelchair-confined mother died when he was 20. And early in his second year with the Bills, his one younger brother was shot and killed over $40 back in the rough area of Alabama he grew up in. That last incident left Dareus so paranoid, so shaken, he told me at a team promotional event in Toronto, in December 2012, that night out was the first time in months had left his Buffalo area house, other than for a practice or game. I just got to the point where I'm able to leave it now, he said. For the things to go the way they went, it just hit me in a whole other way. I've been looking over my shoulder, and it just got me scared that something might happen. The plane could go down. A car wreck. It's just made me afraid to do anything. Not even a year and a half later, Dareus was living life to the other extreme. 2 infamous behind-wheel run-ins with the law in May 2014. One was for extreme reckless driving. The other, the pot arrest in Alabama, which eventually compelled the NFL to suspend him without pay for the first game of the 2015. That didn't stop then Bills GM Doug Whaley from gifting Dareus with an in-figure salary, which still ranks as one of the richest contracts for a defender in league history. Yet Dareus' off-field troubles continued, while his on-field effectiveness gradually evaporated. Last August, the NFL slapped Dareus with his second violation of the league's substance abuse policy of 4-game suspension without pay. When he returned, he at times appeared absolutely uninterested in carrying out the complicated defensive schemes of then-head coach Rex Ryan. Look, to not have immense sympathy for Dareus, the man, is to be cold-hearted to a disturbing degree. But inevitably, at some point those feelings must be pushed aside when you're trying to professionally run a professional sports franchise. Or even if you root for one, I suppose. Accountability isn't an occasional option in any line of work, it's a constant requisite. Especially in the short career of an NFL player. The arrival of nonsense disciplinarian head coach McDermott this past January, and his right-hand man, GM Beane, in May, instantly sprang speculation that Dareus' days as a Bill had to be numbered. When Dareus in August missed the team bus from hotel to stadium prior to a preseason game at Baltimore, the unimpressed duo of Beane and McDermott flew Dareus straight home. It was very disappointing, Beane said Friday night. It wasn't a breaking point, but you know, and as I said, it was frustrating for Sean and I and the organization. But at the same time we were still trying to work with the young man and, honestly, I thought he did make some strides of late. This season the Bills are a surprising 42. Dareus has had only a bit role, mostly as a rotating D lineman. He has just 1 sack and 4 tackles after not starting 2 games. In the end, Dareus fulfilled the promise of a supposed can't-miss D-line prospect, chosen number 3 overall in 2011, in only one season, 2014. That's when he had 10 sacks and earned both All-Pro and Pro Bowl recognition. Dareus has had but 6.5 sacks since, in 28 games. McDermott and Beane's culture overhaul and roster house cleaning has come about shockingly quickly. Dareus' departure means the Bills since March have failed to retain, or let walk away, or dealt away their first selections of the 201,115 drafts. And only one pick from Buffalo's 2011, 2012 and 2013 draft classes remains on the team, left tackle Cordy Glenn. And rumors are percolating that he too might be trade dumped by Tuesday. As for Dareus, here's wishing him well in Jacksonville, which is far closer to his Alabama home than Buffalo. Football-wise, he's Coughlin's problem now. Believe it or not, JockRick at postmedia.com.